this is the weekly forecast for JPY basket and Usdjpy. I'm also going to look at EUrusd. Yeah, and that's really what I do here. Now, this is a JPY basket, and what we had last week is not even, I didn't remove anything. I expected I would drop here, but we've had this run up after price ran this lows, which is giving different vibes, yeah, which is giving different vibes. So what would I expect for next week? Let me remove these drawings. We have a new week now. So let me start with the monthly chart here. Okay, I think we can even work with the weekly. Yeah? We do have this fair value gap here, right there, and we have a swing from here to here. Now, ideally, I would want to see price try to run up here. First of all, feeling that imbalance, that is one. And of course, trying to get in here and probably touch this zone, yeah? This bullish candle you're seeing there, right there. So that is my draw for the week. If price gets there, it can either go up or down, yeah? It can either go up or down. We've closed below this imbalance here, so there is a chance that that in itself could reject price from pushing higher, considering we don't really have any imbalance from here all the way to here. So if it does go up, then we're probably going up here, which I don't think will happen. Price is likely trying to run up here. I mean down here. This is my draw on liquidity. So I'm expecting price to drop there, but I can't sell exactly where price is right now. I think I would want to see price try to run these highs and get in here before continuing to drop down. So I have that, and then I would look for a sell. It would look like this, a short position taken right there with the stop loss on the high of that candle right there, and then expecting price to drop. So daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, that would look like this. Of course, now what I'm looking for inside here is a bearish engulfing, yeah? Any bearish engulfing. In this case, I would now look for the sell. If you want to be aggressive, you can enter almost immediately, but it's always good. And assuming this fails, you are done for that. Okay, assuming it fails, personally, I'm not going to look for any entries from there. Now, this can easily happen just tomorrow, price spikes up here and then just drops. Very specific. Either way, I think it's good to look for a sell here and expecting price to continue dropping. Yeah, that's my theory. So with that, okay, let me share this in the group. Okay, there we have Usdjpy. So since we had already looked at what we had last week, we don't necessarily have to change anything. We missed out on this pair. This pair we were not supposed to trade it in anyway, because none of our setups. You see, we had this sell, which basically got us out at break even. It was supposed to drop at least to this point before we look for a buy. Also, it didn't trigger us here, so we didn't take the buys correctly. We were just chasing them here, of which price ilitugeuka, right? So that in itself is messy. Now I want to remove this, and just so you know, we've run these highs and then we've reversed immediately. Now that to me talks a lot. I think price would want to try and drop here before any bullish movement is. They know that everyone now is trying to buy since Trump is whatever elected, but these lows to me are so clean, and I would wait for something like this and then a continuity higher to get to these highs. Yeah, so we can continue, or rather we can look for any sort of if price does respect this candle here, it is okay to look for a sell. Yeah, it's okay to look for a short targeting these lows, or rather this low is TP1 and this low is TP2. At this point, we want to get the same idea and to try and buy it there and expect price to run that high. That's how we have. Now, if I could get that next week, I'll be okay. Mind you, target is 100 pips, yeah? Target is, 200 pips per week. But even 100 is okay. Now, that is Usdjpy, EUrusd. But of course, we start with DXY. You see, DXY, we had this opening gap here. No, it's not an opening gap, yeah? No. It was majorly led purely because of news, yeah? You can see it's on Tuesday, November 5th. Clearly reversed up. So in this case, I wouldn't expect price to react from this, but I would work with that as a draw on liquidity. Like that's the first obvious zone where price will try to fill. But then these lows are also very equal, so I would expect price to run these lows too. So how far would I expect next week to go? Yeah. Remember last week, my draw of DXY was here. Okay. This I even talked about this, yeah. This block there. So price did tap into that. Price did tap into that. But how far can it go? I would assume that price will probably drop. Or rather, this is my theory though. I'm not assuming. I think from this swing, we are really on a premium. We've also run a significant amount of highs. As much as I'm bullish, somehow I would expect some retracement, yeah? Some retracement before we continue pushing higher. We have two zones that price could react from. This one and this one here. See if the daily time frame can give us some clarity. Frankly, I would prefer to look for sales here. I would prefer to look for sales as much as not long-term ones, not long-term ones, because price could easily continue higher. So any bullish entry, if I see any clean bullish entry here, I would take it, mostly an engulfing on the 4-hour time frame. That's always my style. Or here, if it doesn't work out, I wouldn't trade this pair, or rather I wouldn't. After all, we don't trade the XY, we are just looking at it here. So my theory is we would see some sort of retracement here before Trump gets in. I mean, he's the elect president, yes, we had the reaction, okay, but until he's given the role to start being, or rather to be the president himself, as long as Joe Biden is there, this thing will still be playing around, yeah? So on that retracement, DXY should drop here, at least it should drop here. Now, what does that mean for pairs like EURUSD? So Euro was the best last week. It would have given you a very nice example. You can see we had this trace drop here. That was what we talked about. Very clean buy or sell, yeah. At the same time, I was looking to see a sell here or a continuity, but it didn't do that. As you can see, we didn't see a clean drop lower. Price just pushed up and then dropped. So I want to And of course, this level was also predetermined up to, where price will try to react from when it drops below these lows. Yeah, we also knew that area is very specific. Let me remove this historically once again. Mind you, if price breaks below here, it's probably getting here. And I remember some months ago, around June or whatever, April or something, when I started trading EURUSD, around this area, we were actually trying to see if price can drop back to this imbalance here. Although I think this time price will probably drop all the way down, yeah. From next year, of course, yeah, from next year. I don't like this kind of imbalances. Let me show you. See this kind of imbalances? I don't like them personally, because I would prefer having a bearish engulfing, which the bullish candle here is actually the one with the larger range to the upside. Yeah, more of something like this, like the bullish candle is there to the upside, it's the one pushing up. Well, this one is below it, but you can see this one actually is above and all that. That makes me feel like price will actually try to trade higher, or rather somehow may push higher. Now, the zone that price reacted from is right there, of which I had drawn that already. That's a vacuum block here, or a volume imbalance, whatever you want to call it, or a weekly opening gap. But either way, price normally reacts from those areas a lot. Now, if I go to the daily time frame, we can see price really did react from those zones. We also have an imbalance here. Right there. So my argument, but at least that's my first area of the draw. That is exactly the place I would want to see price get to. So we have those zones, but of course we are bearish. Yeah, overall we are bearish. We are not going against that. It's just that we can't chase a trade right here. We want to get a better entry. Yeah, and this area is very, very precise. Yeah, it's the best. So if we could get a sell here, short position. With the stop loss slightly above, that would be so nice, man. That would be so nice. By the way, I do trade EURUSD, yeah. I just don't share it in the group because that chart, or rather that group, is for JPY pairs only. So in this case, if you're expecting price to run up here, you may just go to say 15 minutes time frame to look for entries, yeah, for buys, or wait for this. And once again, for me, that's what I would be looking for in this area and expecting price to continue lower. Okay, so that is EURUSD and the DXY. Done. So that's the weekly forecast. Let's hope the week is good. We really, that is like just two setups, or simply one setup probably. If price goes well, it is what it is. If it doesn't give us the entry, it's still okay. Now I'm planning to double down on my premium or whatever, because I'm really free. So yeah, most of the time that's where I'll be putting in the work, live sessions, signals, and everything, right? Let's see how that goes.